MCG before a capacity crowd. In comes umpire Jeff Crouch bouncing the ball, starting the first semi-final of the 68 series between St Kilda and Geelong. It's Alan Davis of St Kilda, gets the first kick up towards centre half forward. Goggin won the toss, he elected the kick to the Richmond end. Here's Travis Pays, who came in to fill the full forward position. A pick up here, sends the ball forward, and it looks like Baldock, who threw himself forward. A kick forward by Breen in towards the pocket. Baldock always got a long distance to kick here towards the new stand. A good start for the Saints skipper. There's his kick. It's travelling the distance, but from a very awkward angle. 1 point results. The first score of the match coming up for St Kilda. Alan Gale.
A good opening, Michael. A very good opening. Breen flashed through there, gave it to Baldock. He had to dive for it, but there's a poor kick in
from Strawn. Oh, a bad one too, but it's a chance here for the boys to get out of trouble as the ball is picked up by Hosking, kicked in towards the centre, disputed mark. Sinman couldn't pull it down. The ball kicked down by Dennis Marshall. They fly in forward, man. Curvis, it looks like.
He's giving it to him.
It could be painted. He's only 15 yards out. Little man Curvis came in and took a most difficult mark, Alan, and a courageous one too.
It took courage, that one, because he was hit from both sides, and it left Crouch stranded. He was still in a half-back line calling that one. Right on the end of the square now, Nan Curvis for the first scoring shot for Geelong.
Kicking to the Richmond end. It looks a sitter. It's on its way. It is a sitter right through the centre. The first goal of the match came up after 1 minute and 40 seconds into the first quarter.
Scoreboard 6 points to 1. A good move this of Sirakoski onto Wade. At the start, the umpire's taken a little bit of time to get the ball back to the centre. A very bright opening by St Kilda though, even though Geelong have that goal on the board. Ball back in the centre, and the umpire is Jeff Crouch.
Alan, I think the wind is favouring that Richmond end. I can see a bit of
favour. Lovely hit out.
Beautiful hit out by Dittrich to Ross Smith. Smith kicks down into the forward zone. Up they go, knocked to the ground here. Here's a chance for Little Dyer. He's coming, can't pick it up though. The pressure is relieved by Ainsworth, and Ainsworth kicks to the boundary line. It's over there in front of the smoker stand. That is on St Kilda's half-forward flank on the member stand side. Oh, just as well Ainsworth was there, Butch. There's Big Carl.
Very good
Coming
effort.
in with him is Newman. In they go. Mitchell comes in to do issue. Comes down to the ground. Oh, Alan Davis couldn't quite pick it up there. Try to kick off the ground. In comes Smith. He's well shepherded. Smith tries a hand pass across here. Here's a go by Travis Page, but a wild kick. Puts it through for another behind to the Saints. When I say a wild kick, he never had a great deal of time to steady either.
It was a beautiful hand pass, but there's no doubt that Trevor Page would be nervous. Hasn't played a lot of games. Strawn kicks in. It's a beautiful kick. You can see the distance that they'll be getting all day with it. Newman, a nice turn, but the ball blocked. Down here to Barry Pascoe. A hand pass out here to Bonnie. Bonnie goes onto the left foot. It's kicked in towards full forward. Here's a chance for Pay. Oh, he couldn't get it. Down to Rosa now. Good defensive play. He was grabbed and held, but the ball now out towards the flank, and Breen is marked. Very deep on the half-forward flank.
I tell you what, St Kilda are really putting the pressure on right from the word go.
This fella's moving like a gazelle. There they are in the
Breen
square.
there. Travis Pays, who came in as full forward at the last moment. A poor kick though from Breen in towards centre half forward. Players overrun the ball. Big Carl has it. He puts his boot to it. Changed his mind. He was going to hand pass originally. It goes into no man's territory. Picked up here by Pays. Screws it over. Back into the goal square. They fly for it. Knocked to the ground here by Mitchell. Players come in from all angles. Oh, what's this? The result of this? Newlands was in that lot. Play on is the call, however. Oh, golly, it could have been a free kick either way, actually. Taken here by Alan Davis. Alan Davis runs in towards the pocket, but off the side of his boot, over the boundary line, there'll be a throw in. Alan, would you have played a free kick, or do you think Crouch did the right thing?
I definitely would have, but he called play on, and the players didn't hear it to Geelong.
To Geelong? Oh,
yes, definitely. In they go. Neil couldn't quite get it down to Billy Goggin. This is his first kick, tackled by Davis, over towards Pascoe. Pascoe's on the half-forward line. A good hand pass to Stewart. Stewart shoots a long one at goal.
Oh!
Hit the post.
Hit the post.
Right, gee, they're using their handball beautifully, St Kilda. Still 3 points from 3 shots. Not real good. Kick in now by Strawn. Oh, chance here for Closter. Closter and Bonnie, both number 1, but the ball beats them both.
Oh, for mine, Geelong have got the scoring end, Alan. That wind, you can see it now, especially on that outer side. There's a throw. Mitchell gets up high, gets a tap down too. Bonnie comes in. He's tackled by Closter. Players come in. It's Stewart there with the ball. He tries a hand pass. Farman tries to knock it away. In comes Smith for St Kilda. Smith swings around, down to his right foot, kicks it high in the air. It's into open territory. Up they go. Marshall tried to pull it in, couldn't quite do so. Stewart comes out with the ball, but umpire Jeff Crouch says, I'll bounce it. Midway between the centre-half forward for the Saints and the centre of the ground. Dittrich taps it down here, goes towards Stewart, gets one in the back, he'll get a free. Oh, they're going crook, but there was no shadow of doubt about that.
Michael, you notice that Dittrich is hitting the ball out much more so than last week. There's a lead from Pays. He's being ignored by Stewart. It's unusual. And Stewart's decided to put it right onto that half-forward line. O'Donnell there in good position, couldn't mark. Ball taken away by Hosking. Gets a left footer in towards the centre wing position. Up they go. There's a chance there for Ryan, who's well up from the pocket. Through comes Sinman. He's tackled solidly by Stevens. Free kick for over the shoulder, and Sinman takes the free. He's just forward of the half-back flank.
We welcome our friends in South Australia too this first quarter, and it's been a beauty so far. And there's a glorious mark pulled down by Newman. Your commentators here, Michael Williamson and Alan Gale. Alan, a former Victorian, and Fitzroy captain, a veteran of over 214 league games. A mark taken there by Ken Newlands on the wing position on the member stand side. Sirakovsky still at full back on Wade. Bob Murray into the pocket, watching the resting ruckman. Here's a chance for Murray to mark. Oh, almost pulled the beauty in. Picked up by Pascoe. He tries to crash through. Cleverly pushes the ball on in front of him. Here's a go for Sharrock, though. He loses possession of it. They're coming in from all directions. Jimmy O'Day for St Kilda picks up. O'Day has a look around, puts his boot into it, drives up towards the half-forward flank on the member stand side. A good mark too, again to Newman. He's showing no sign of the injury he allegedly had last week.
He's the boy that's badly needed. Did you notice that Crouch is letting this go? In they go. Oh, Dave, a beautiful punch down, but Newland skipped in from the wing. Gets a long shot at goal. It's up here towards Wade and Sirakovsky. Sirakovsky just gets the hand to it. Pushes it out in front. Good football. Overruns it though there. Here's a chance. Moran backs up for him. Gets a left footer into it. Nankervis sprinting for the ball. But it's over and out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, that's a nice confidence builder for Sirakovsky.
First go at the ball and a good clean contest between the two.
And showed pace too.
Surprised me last week with his pace. In goes Dittrich, but it's a nice hit down by Chris Mitchell. Over towards Moran. He's in trouble. The ball bouncing high on occasions. Bonnie in there. Kicked off the ground. Over towards the flank again. It's a scramble of players. Nankervis in the back. Sharrock, I beg your pardon. He's about to take it, and he's on his left foot too. There's a lead from Wade. It's pushed right in there. Oh, Sirakovsky interfered with Wade then, but punched the ball away. Over again. Nice one to Ryan. A hand pass. Oh, back to Wade. Wade scrubbing in towards that half-forward line. Andrews comes through. Sinman traps the ball. He'll have to bounce this one.
When you said back to Wade, I thought you were going to say a backhander to Sirakovsky too. Up they go, knocked down here by Barry Pascoe. Nobody able to pick it up. Barry Pascoe, oh, a funny old one, but he cleared it out through sheer endeavour. Over towards Baldock. Baldock is manhandled. Play on as a call. Baldock is still going, pushing the ball on in front of him.
He's called it back,
after him.
Crouch has called the ball back. Now, I didn't see it because I was following Baldock, but it's definitely a free kick, and it's going to go Geelong's way on the half-forward flank.
Well, I'll tell you, he must have seen something we didn't see. Obviously, he's seen something we didn't see.
Have to be well behind the play. Gloucester has the ball, hand passing it to his own teammate. Farman. His kick goes in towards full forward. There's a chance here for a mark to Stevens and Ryan, but he's called a free here. Crouch is giving a free kick to Geelong. It's only 25 yards out from goal. The crowd not very happy about that decision and Wade to take the free.
Ted Whitten, Mr. Football, will join us in just a moment as Doug Wade comes up, kicking to the Richmond end from 30 yards out. He's hooked it though. And 1 point results. Ted Whitten, you've got a news flash for us. What is it, boy?
Well, I've just left the umpire's room, Mike, and Alan Nash is down there with the reserve boundary umpire, and he tells me they will be replacing the boundary umpire on the new member stand here with us now, Cook, who looks to have sprained an ankle early in the game.
Oh, that's bad luck for him. That's the first injury. Sirakovsky's kick-off, not a particularly good one, though. Out they come. Ooh, and down they go. That's Nankervis who will be awarded the mark.
Tackled solidly by Pascoe then.
Well, I don't think he had much option, really. Nankervis was there for a sitter. And he is about 45 yards out. Or the ball is held up as it goes into the pocket. It's over the boundary line. Do you think it was a careless kick, Alan?
Bad effort, Mike. Even though he's a young bloke, this is a terribly important match. A little more care there would have put it right in the square. Dittrich in there, takes it away. Hand passes nicely out to O'Day. A big improver to O'Day. A mark to Closter.
Tell you what, that was a darn good mark, the way he pulled that in. Closter now from the half-forward flank on that outer side, kicking down the Richmond end. Wide! Oh, beauty!
Oh, umpire Crouch moving in very quickly there, as he thought there could have been trouble between Dittrich and Wade. Now, he's only 20 yards out. Doug Wade having his second shot for goal. Up he comes. Looks good.
It was a very strong mark, Butch. Very
a good
strong
one. It looked to me, the difference between him of this week and last is chalk and cheese. Ted, he went for that very determinedly.
Teddy Whitten, you are out there doing a lap of honour with Bobby Skilton and Peter Hudson. How is the wind down there? I feel, looking from here, that it is assisting the Richmond end, the end to which Geelong is kicking.
That's right, Michael, and it's a lot windier out there than what it is up here in the stands. I can assure you of that.
Bounce of the ball back in the centre, up they go. The knockout comes down here. It's taken by Bonnie now. Bonnie kicks down field. Oh, pays, I thought could have been paid that, but play on as a call. In they come. Oh, Strawn is in there. Down he goes to the ground. And another free kick to Geelong.
Well, they're 13 points to 3, and it's not a bad lead. Out towards Pascoe. The ball goes too far for him. Tackled by Closter. Turns onto the right foot. Hooks it in towards centre half forward. And it's a mark to Newman of Geelong.
Down there early on at ground level, Mike, the St Kilda players, when they did come forward, looked very nervous in their approach to handle the ball.
Oh, look at
Mark
this,
to
Mitchell.
Right in the middle of the MCG. Up he comes. Nice drop kick. It's in towards Wade. And it's punched away by Sierakowski. Down onto the ground. Bill Ryan has it. A good hand pass out to Nankervis. He snaps at goal, but he's put it right across the face. It'll be 1 point. Another point to Geelong will give them 2-2, 14 points to 3.
Mike, I was going to say, young Nankervis, I heard you mention a moment ago, possibly a little bit nervous at this particular stage of the game. I agree with you. It's a marvellous thing to be out there, but for a player playing the game, kicking for goal so early in the match, no doubt the tension is still with him.
Sierakowski kicks off. This is a better one. He penetrates to the back line, but Mitchell, moving in front of Cowboy Neal, takes the mark. Mitchell, there's a lead from Wade. But Mitchell goes back, puts his boot in it, drives down to the goal square. The players set themselves. Murray from behind knocks it down. But here's Goggin. Goggin picks up. He tries to get his kick. Couldn't do so. Taken by Moran. Moran out to the half-back flank on the member stand side. It's in no man's land. They're all racing for it. Down to the ground it comes here. Pushed through by Newlands. In comes Alan Davis. Cops one on the head. Davis is still going there. He can't get balance. He punches the ball away. Still they go through. Oh, and look at this.
Got to be a kick to Marshall.
Holding the ball was the decision there, and he's really letting this go and making it a good game too. Marshall, a long kick in towards full forward. There's a chance for Wade, going for it strongly, but two St Kilda players with him all the time. Sierakowski's hand pass. Well done, over towards Sinman. It's right in front of him, a good pass. The kick goes high up towards Breen. Walker in from behind is going to punch it. Down to Stewart. Stewart had it taken away from him there. Hosking gets it. In towards centre half forward again for Geelong. From behind Ryan. Couldn't mark it. Down onto the ground. A snap by Sherrick.
Have a look at this.
Right through the middle. Oh, what a beginning, Ted.
All from one mistake then, Butch. One St Kilda mistake. An easy fumble, possibly, which... well, it's easy to say it up here, I know, but 6 points is a valuable 6 points in the first semi-final.
Every kick and touch of the ball is going to be important in this game.
Early, particularly.
Let's go back, though, for a first semi-final. It's a darn good opening, isn't it?
It's a great opening, Mike.
Compliments to the umpire, too.
There they go. The ball is bounced. Taken by Davis once again. He's getting his share of kicks. He drives out towards the flank on the outer side of the ground. The ball comes here. Peter Walker tries to get clear. Oh, beautifully done, Walker. Peter Walker at Geelong. Kicks in. It's over the centre, up towards centre half foot, up they go. Oh,
made the mark.
That's the mark of the year.
A man on the flying trapeze. He takes his kick out towards the flank, and the mark is taken there by Gareth Andrews.
And this is where Geelong went wrong last week. This boy kicks it. There's a lead from Wade. He kicks it too high there. Popped it up. Wade backs back again, but it's a mark to Sierakowski. See, he had the second sit on him by the ball being kicked too high. They're not honouring the lead from Wade.
Listen, Jack Hill, the blind miner, can see the way St Kilda fellows are coming in there, smothering Wade. Up comes Sirakovsky now. He's favouring the member stand flank. Big Carl's in front on this occasion, but he's swamped completely, and he'll be paid a free. I don't think he's
definite
going to be paid
free.
From his own man.
No, there was a bit of a push in the back, Teddy, from a Geelong fella there, to be honest.
Was it?
Yeah, to be honest with you.
He's making him kick that ball again, by the way, because he actually, well, he did cheat a bit when he went round the mark.
Well, he'd blown time off, Butch. And you must kick over your mark then.
Big Carl.
The ground's in perfect condition, Mike.
Oh, great.
It'd be hard, though, wouldn't it, Ted?
The centre patch, we didn't get out to the centre, but just looking at it from a distance, it looked very, very hard. But the turf around the wings and the flanks is beautiful.
Is it spongy, Ted, or just...
It's in perfect condition, Mike.
Would suit a fella with your speed.
Oh.
Dittrich takes his kick now on a more serious note. Up towards the half-forward flank on the member stand side. Here's a chance for Goggin. He can't get his kick, however. Picked up by Davis once again. Oh, hooks it over his shoulder. By golly, he's playing well. Here's a go now for the Saints. Picked up by O'Donnell. Down towards the forward pocket on the member stand side, but straight over the boundary line, there'll be a throw-in. There's Alan Nash. You can see in the dark suit behind there, the umpire's advisor. They must be watching this...
They're trying to call
boundary
him up,
umpire, this could be it. There's a throw in. They've swamped Cowboy Neal. Down it comes to the ground here. Players overrunner. Picked up by Davis once again. He's killing them. He shoots at the big ones. Tell you what, this is going to be close. It was almost there when a splendid mark in defence by Rosenau, it looks like, has saved the day for the Cats.
It was very good football by St Kilda players there to allow Davis to come through.
Umpire Crouch says which way you're going to kick. He nominates the outer flank. There it goes. Almost pulled down here by Bonnie. Punched away by Ainsworth. Picked up here by Closter. Closter now to the half-forward flank on the outer side. The players move in for it, and Jimmy O'Day takes a very strong chest mark.
Much improved footballer, this fella. Kick goes in towards centre half-forward. Breen backing back and Walker, but the mark from behind.
No,
Chris
it's
Mitchell
a push in the back. Push in the back prior to this happening, Butch.
I agree with you, Ted.
Yeah. He was quick to get onto that free kick, Jeff Crouch, but there was a definite push.
I think he's really making this game of football, you know.
He's doing it. If he can keep this up, it'll probably be one of the best exhibitions of umpiring we've ever seen. Just hope he can.
Breen would, he couldn't kick the distance.
Oh, what?
Who said it? Hush my big mouth. It's right through the middle.
Beautiful goal.
How far, Teddy? Now, be honest.
Oh, it looks a good 70 yards to me, Butch. A good 70 yards.
Well, this is why I declared to Michael that I felt there wasn't a great wind advantage, and yet you've agreed with him because I'm not in the reserves. They've been kicking the ball a tremendous distance towards the scoreboard end.
Butch, that's right behind that big new grandstand they've built.
Oh,
there is a gap between the southern stand and the new one where you get the breeze.
Gotcha. Dittrich hits down. Over towards Mitchell. Mitchell picks up. Closter gets it. Oh, it's a wild kick out towards the half-forward flank. O'Day sprinting for it. But I reckon the pace they're moving then, I wouldn't even run a place in that.
Do you think St Kilda look a trifle slow to what they've been?
They look a bit nervous to me. In goes Ryan from behind. He beats the head down towards the boundary. Closter playing with a lot of determination. Hooks the ball over his shoulder. Ryan, paid the mark.
Have to pay
O'Day disappointed though. He's hurt himself, Jimmy O'Day too. Ryan tries the short pass in towards that pocket. Was over the top of Sherrick. Sinman comes through. His kick goes out towards the centre wing, out of bounds.
Now that to me looked a defensive kick, Alan.
Yeah, they're under a bit of pressure. I'm going to say a bit of pressure, a lot of pressure, Ted.
Yes, it's a touch and go at this
stage. It's a nice knockdown. Dyer couldn't get it, but it's taken by Bonnie, however. Bonnie struggles it up towards the wing position on that outer side. Here's a go now for Farman. He kicks it up towards centre half forward, and coming out there is Stevens, who takes the mark for Geelong. Only a kid in his first season, not a bad player either. Kicks down towards Wade, up they go. Oh! Newman in front, couldn't pull it down. It's picked up by Goggin. Goggin over his shoulder. It's in the goal square. They set themselves. It's knocked away by the St Kilda defenders. Hits the ground, taken by Sinman. He's grabbed immediately by Wade. Kick off the ground by Lilly. It's struggled out there. And they're meeting opposition everywhere, but eventually it's Big Carl who gets it. Drives into the centre, and there's nobody home for St Kilda, and Dennis Marshall takes the easy mark. Marshall playing in the centre. Closter is out on the wing. Although they were picked differently. Marshall takes his kick. It's a good long one too, about 20 yards out from goal. Not taken by Wade, picked up by Carl. Wade and Carl, I don't think they're too friendly. Taken by Bob Murray, seemed to run over the boundary line. He did. Tell you what, it wouldn't take much to start a fight between Wadey and Big Carl, would it, Ted?
No, it certainly would not. Wouldn't have to be Dagwa, anybody with Carl.
It's quite loud either. I don't think that Murray's suited to this back pocket. He hasn't been in the game at all, apart from trying to assist Sierakowski. In they go. Dittrich tries to hit down, but Newman cooled it back, but not far enough. There's a free kick to Dittrich. Gee, you see the difference in these two sides from one week to the other. Carl Dittrich now puts his boot into it very nicely, kicks out towards the centre wing. There's Breen in the middle of the pack, takes it. Got a clip in the air for his trouble.
It's interesting to note, Ted Whitten, that Ian Stewart has exerted no pressure on this game at all.
He's covering a lot of distance, Mike, from the centre position.
Oh, Baldock now infringed there, but got away with it. The ball forced over here towards Farman. A nice hand pass. A second one to Marshall. Marshall's long kick will reach the square. And Moran slipped in nicely and took a safe mark.
While we're taking a breather, let me add, Ted, I was about to say, Stewart hasn't really been a dominating force so far in this quarter, which doesn't augur well for Geelong for the next 3 quarters, because he'll hit his straps before the day's over.
Well, we hope so, Mike. He's a brilliant player when in form.
Right, and it's another Geelong mark.
Gloucester to take it.
The kicking has been fantastic up to date from both sides.
It's a lead from Wade again. Gloucester, he's honouring the lead too. He's nicely out for it, but forced away by Pascoe. Down to young Stevens, a hand pass to Newland. He goes around back onto the left foot. Will be forced towards the boundary line and
it's
out.
Over.
Oh, Lilly.
He's let it go, that umpire. Now he waved his hand, the boundary umpire.
He did. He's changed his mind.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely out, Ted, don't you agree?
Yes, for sure.
Well, the camera
Lilly was the smart boy there and not stopping.
Anyhow,
3 goals, 3 to
behind.
1-3. 2 goals in front, Geelong. Tremendous crowd here. Up comes Sierakowski. A good kick too. Dropping a little short at that stage. Down to Rossi Smith. The ball scrambled. He kicks it off the ground again, out towards the boundary line. There's Sinman moving through for it, but couldn't quite get it. And not in very good touch at the moment.
I tell you what, Geelong are killing them in the air. We are 22 minutes into the first quarter. Geelong have taken 16 marks to St Kilda's 6.
O'Day.
There you are.
Long kick up here.
Beautiful
An easy mark.
Ryan.
He's certainly a different player this week. A bad kick, and Bonnie will mark it on the centre wing. His kick goes in towards the half-forward flank. Here's a chance for a mark here to Dyer. Puts it down beautifully to Baldock. Baldock pushes it away. Ainsworth comes through solidly. Over towards Marshall. Pushing it back to Stewart, and he'll take the free.
Teddy, this is fantastic. 17 marks to Geelong now to 7 for St Kilda. It's a heck of a big leeway to make up, isn't it?
It's surprising, Mike, because St Kilda are a very good high-marking side.
The kick from Stewart up towards centre-half forward. Oh, they're missing them too. Knocked away here. Here's a chance now for Johnny O'Donnell. He turns back, gets it over to Alan Davis. Alan Davis for mine is about the best on the ground at the moment, up towards the pocket, and Smith marks. Smith plays on immediately, gets around here. He steadies, he shoots in at the big ones. It's across the face of goals. They fly for it. It bounces. Travis Pays pushes the ball on in front of him. He picks it up. He's grabbed here. Could be holding the ball, or he might get a free round the neck.
On the monitor, Mike, that was his only mistake. Crouch is up to date. That looked he looked to be in
it
possession.
Could have been the other side. We only see one side of it, Ted, don't we? Really. Travis Page is only 30 yards out. He's on a slight angle. He kicks. He's put it through.
A gift goal, that one. Pays, though, it'll lift his confidence, Ted.
Yes, this is exactly what St Kilda want, for some of the younger players in the side to get a little bit of this confidence, because it's a semi-final and a tremendous atmosphere.
Kelly, let me clarify what I said before. The television cameras missed nothing, but on the far side it just might have been a tap on the neck.
I go along with you. I agree.
All bounced, in they go. Newman again.
Oh, he almost blew his whistle for something there. Taken by Newlands down towards centre-half forward. They fly for it. Down to the ground it comes. Players come out the metre. Picked up by Wade. In comes Sierakowski. A long hand pass intercepted here by Sinman. He's held by Andrews.
He's paid the ball.
What?
Oh no. Jeff, that's... Oh, yeah, the rule is that he's got to retard his progress, and he did.
Oh, Gareth Andrews now.
Kick.
He's in the pocket. It's about 45 yards out, kicking from the outer side there to the Richmond end goal. It's across a trifle and through for one behind.
Yeah. They do a good job, the umpires.
There's the scoreboard, and 24 minutes into this first quarter, just about to get into the time-on period. Sierakowski's good kick.
Strong mark, strong mark.
This has happened a couple of times, though, from his kickoffs. I don't know why, but the Geelong men are marking the... in fact, well, let's put it, they're marking better than St Kilda everywhere. Good kick from Newman down towards the goal square. Murray's in front here. Pulls it in. He could have been paid it. Yes, I'd pay it.
He's a key position player. I agree with Butch on this. Bob Murray, fullback, that's his best position.
Oh, nice kick too. Oh, Sinman got up high, couldn't quite pull it in. Picked up by Bonnie. Bonnie from the half-back flank on the outer side. Kicks in the wing position. A chance for Breen. Walker gets up to knock it away. In comes Baldock. Baldock pushes the ball on in front of him. He's pushed and he'll get a free. And he almost unloaded Jeff Crouch too. And Jeff, being the gentleman he is, returns the ball to the dock. There's a kick up towards Travis Pays. Pays has the chance. Gets out in front of Strawn and he marks. Oh, that was a good one. No doubt about the Channel 7 cameras now, Director Alf Potter. They pick these things before they happen.
Don't miss a thing, Mike.
You must have a crystal ball down in that OB van, Alf. Travis Pays now. He's already kicked the one. He's about 45 yards out. This kick is across the face of goals a trifle. Up they go. O'Donnell couldn't pull it down. They're going in hard here. And over the line it goes as Hosking couldn't retain control of it. A throw in St Kilda's forward pocket on the Newstand side. Whoa, Newman got up a mile there, knocked it down, picked up by O'Donnell, couldn't get his kick in. Comes Goggin. Goggin tries to break clear, eventually gets his boot to the ball. Out it goes towards the pocket, picked up here by Bill Ryan. Ryan goes for a bit of a run, puts his boot into it, drives it to the wing position on the member stand side, and Barry Pascoe takes a good mark. Golly, he's been a great addition to the St Kilda side. There's his kick in towards centre half forward. The players go for it. Peter Walker in front there. Tries to pull it down, but comes out of the pack with it, however. Kicks up towards centre half forward. Jimmy O'Day in front, pulls in a one-hander. It was a good one.
Yes,
well
good
done. He's at centre half back. Going to go up the middle. Pushed it more out towards Baldock's flank. He's in trouble with Farman. But Farman hits the ball away from him, picks it up. Oh, went for the bounce, but decided to go for the shorter one. Murray moves in, but Mitchell has marked from behind. Play on, he's called. That'll have to be a bounce now. I'd have paid that mark.
Oh, pretty close. Touch and go.
It was a close one. It came off Murray's hands.
That's right.
Ball bounced at centre half forward. Mitchell couldn't get it. Down it comes to Sinman. Sinman in trouble, held, and will get the free. This would break all records, I reckon, this crowd here for first semi. Out towards Closter. Closter went for it solidly. Stewart recovered beautifully, as he always does. A hand pass to Baldock. Oh, Marshall sprinting after him, but Baldock kicked the ball in towards the forward line area. Chance for Pays. Hit down to Walker. Walker comes across that half-back line, goes back onto the right foot, a good hand pass, and allows Ainsworth to come through very neatly and kick into centre half forward. Andrews marks.
This is good football.
There's a Geelong player injured too down in the forward pocket. I think it's young Nan Curvis. Up the ball now, up towards the forward line, and this time he's paying
Beautiful mark.
Mitchell from behind, and it's 30 yards out. We're just about at the siren.
It'd have to be Ned Kelly to take it away from him.
It doesn't look anything to be wrong with his injury, Mitchell, either way he's been going.
Well, there's his kick. Seems to be out a bit, but not out too far, and it's through. He pushed it out to the right a bit, Teddy.
Yes, he allowed for the breeze. Yes, you got out of it very nicely.
I wasn't declaring myself.
What is the time there, Michael, in the quarter?
28.5 minutes into the first quarter of the first semi-final with Geelong and St Kilda.
Ball thrown back to Jeff Crouch. Change of ruckman. Now Dittrich has gone off the ball into the forward pocket. Ball bounced. In they go. Oh, nice hit down by Newman. Well placed, but Goggin tackled solidly by a swarm of St Kilda players. It's over towards Baldock and Newman. Little backhander there. Alan Davis kicks up towards Rosa now and Dittrich, but there's a fly for you. Rossi Smith, but couldn't hold it. Down it comes to Walker. He gets the ball away. Over towards the centre wing position. Sinman sprinting in front of Andrews. Punches the ball down. Over towards Newland. Newland punches it back again. It's Lilly there now, trying to break away. A beautiful step around. Comes out towards that centre wing position. Hooks it back in towards his half forward flank. Oh, flying behind O'Donnell. He's playing on, and it's...
Oh, blimey, that's got to be pulled up.
It's been pulled up. It's a free kick.
Oh,
He slipped over. He slipped over, Newlands.
And the pass to Baldock at centre half forward. Gee, that was a good mark. Baldock at centre half forward. Oh, I'm going to make the statement. There's Dittrich in the square. He couldn't make the distance. Baldock comes up. He's going to put it right on the end of the square. It's Dittrich there with Rosa now. The ball punched away by Rosa. Now down to Pays. He's a chance for a left foot snap. 1 point. 4-4 to 2-4. Still 2 goals the difference. Geelong in front. Siren ought to go, although they held play up a little bit in that first few minutes. Strawn, a poor kick. It's saved by Newman, pushes it out to Farman. Farman off the ground over to Closter. Closter on the centre wing and Marshall in the centre. The ball back to Newman. They're playing pretty confidently. The kick goes over the centre, but Stewart backing back takes the mark.
He's coming into it now, Stewart. In the last 10 minutes, he's been a much improved player. There's his left foot kick to the half-forward flank on the outer side. In front there is Barry Pascoe. He's manhandled over the line. The ball is forced. There'll be a throw-in. Never
wastes a kick, Harlow, does he?
No. Throw-in takes place. O'Neill goes up there, knocked away by Goggin. Goggin has it, but oh, he's surrounded there, gets it across to Newman. Newman tries sheer strength, but there'll be a free kick against him. Just in case you ever hear the name Harlow, that's Ian Stewart's second name. Ian Harlow Stewart.
There's a siren.
The siren goes, ending the first quarter of the first semi-final here at the MCG. The scoreboard reading Geelong 4-4-28 to St Kilda 2-4-16. At the MCG, umpire Jeff Crouch bouncing the ball, starting the second quarter of the first semi-final between St Kilda and Geelong. The Saints kicking with the wind in this quarter, down to the Richmond end. There's a chance for Breen, but cutting across here is Farman. He picks up, kicks to the wing position on the member stand side. Costa is racing for it. Bonnie is after him. Costa overruns it, gives Bonnie the chance to pick up. Bonnie now down towards the half-forward flank. They fly. Oh, there's a push in the back. Push in the back going to Breen.
Michael, I was just about to bust in there. Did you see how that ball was bouncing so awkwardly when Closter was chasing it? Breen, however, now has the ball on a half-forward flank. There's a lead from Pays, but he's kicked it a little short for this. It could be a Geelong mark. No, a chance for Pays. Neil, I beg your pardon. He wrestles his way through, but it's holding the ball. He's a bit technical on this.
Well, fair enough decision, Butch.
Righto, Farman kicks the ball out towards the flank. Oh, Newland dropped the mark. Barry Pascoe fell over, though, and Newland recovered. There's a mark on that centre wing to young Stevens.
He's a good player, this boy, too.
He's very, very good player. Up towards centre half forward, big pack of players there. Chance for a mark, no, down to Stewart. Look at him pick up that fella. One grab all the time. A long kick out to Barry Pascoe, who led well out to the half forward flank, but it beat him over the line. Getting a little bit cool here at the MCG. The breeze is still about, swirling.
Get some rain, I think, before the day's out, Butch.
Well, they did predict a few showers. Dittrich, he got the squeeze play there, and Mitchell got the knockdown. It's down to Baldock, though, recovered nicely for him. Baldock fiddling a bit today, but still managing to get his boot to the ball. It's up here towards this forward pocket, and a mark to Farman.
Good mark, too.
Well, he's a real improver, too, this fellow. Kick out towards the centre wing. Dittrich has a chance in the middle of the pack, but his own player spoiled him there. Was Lilly over the top. Baldock picks up, boots it over towards Smith. Smith traps the ball. Not quite enough, though. And another throw in. It's on St Kilda's half-forward flank.
Teddy Whitten, Baldock's getting a lot of grabs.
Yes, I think he's having a run on the ball now, Mike,
That's
which
right,
St Kilda will have to do to keep him in the game.
That was the idea, anyhow, before the game started up. They go. Dittrich gets a tap down. Oh, beautifully to Ross Smith. Over it goes to Pascoe. Pascoe quickly gets his boot to it. Up to the pocket it is, and Pays his mark. A good, strong mark, but always in a most awkward position to score from. He's almost hard up against the boundary line. Cowboy Neal gave him the lead out there, but Pays was concentrating.
If anything, Mike, he should kick a cross goal with this, with that win.
Up he comes, it's on its way. It's not a bad hoof at all, but 1 point results from it.
It was a good bit of football by St Kilda, though. A good clean hit out by Dittrich to Smith, to nice mark to Pays. They're settling down a bit more too, St Kilda. And I'm going to agree with you now that there's a definite wind advantage to the Richmond end.
Let's see how Strawn kicks off. Now, he switched flanks, or not a particularly good kick either. He comes along the members' flank here, punched away by O'Donnell. Nobody able to escape with the ball. Down it comes here. Ainsworth gets it across here to Goggin. Goggin has grabbed a wheel.
Holding the ball.
He's quick. Whoa. He's sudden death.
I'll tell you what, in Jeff Crouch's favour, he's extremely consistent with this one, though.
Well, fair enough. If he does this, Michael, I'm sure the players on both sides will be very happy. But he was very, very quick with that decision.
Ross Smith takes the kick now. Going well down over centre half forward, they fly for it, Farmer went up high, couldn't pull it in. Oh, ball locker Scragg there, a chance for little Dyer, and he comes, he's pushed and shoved. Geelong backs there, nobody able to get it anywhere. A kick off the ground sends it down towards the pocket for the Saints, and a kick by Strawn sends it over the boundary line. There'll be a throw in.
It's good play
in the forward pocket for St Kilda on the member stand side. The Saints kicking down to the Richmond end in this the second quarter. Newman comes in there, Mitchell, Dittrich waits behind, comes in at the last moment and gets a tap down beautifully to Smith. Oh, good play, Smith snaps. It's a long one, the players set themselves. There it is again, Cowboy Neal.
Well,
now I tell you what, if he was 10 yards out and in front, I wouldn't predict anything. But Cowboy Neal is hard up against the boundary line on the member stand side and is likely to kick it up. He comes, he kicks. He didn't, but by golly, it didn't miss by much, Ted, did it?
About 3 feet.
Oh, turn it up.
All forward at 2-6, and this is costly for St Kilda, 2-6. Strawn going for that short one again on this inner boundary. I think it's too risky. Breen's in front and's marked.
Oh, that's a beautiful mark.
Well, he shouldn't be kicking the ball out here.
I agree with you, Butch. It's a wrong flank because he could be playing to instructions. Who knows?
I tell you what, Ron Hovey's just on his way down there now. Guess what he's going to tell him? Up comes Breen now. It's a long kick too. It's swinging in. Up they go. It's a mark to Rosenau.
Rosenau. Oh, good mark.
He plays his best football in defence, Jeff
Oh,
Rosenau.
doesn't he fancy a grab on the back line?
No, don't all backmen.
He's real good at it though. There's his kick. Still coming along the members' flank. Up they go. Oh, Breen tried to pull in a one-hander. In comes Bonnie. Gets his boot to the ball. Down towards the goal square. Once again, there's a free kick to St Kilda. It's going to Travis Pays. No shadow of doubt about that one, Teddy.
No, that was right in the open spaces. Everybody could see it. And I must agree, Butch, if I was coaching the side, I had anything to do with it, I certainly would instruct the full-back to kick to the other side.
Pays has kicked one. He's only 20 yards out. He's on a slight angle. He kicks. He's put this right through the centre.
And a very handy goal in the first few minutes of the second quarter.
5.5 minutes into the second quarter, Butch.
Scoreboard at 5.5 minutes, 4-4 to 3-6, and they're coming back because they've had St Kilda have had that ball in their forward line for most of this quarter. Ted?
Yes, and they've certainly had a lot of play. A couple of unfortunate incidents early. There's Trevor Pays there, number 20. He's very solid boy, but not very tall for a full forward.
All bounced, in they go. A nice hit down by Newman again, but it's taken away by Stewart. Gets the kick. Boot to the ball, over here, Hoskins under a lot of pressure, O'Donnell recovers, hand passes nicely to Bonnie, Bonnie back to Smith, Smith racing from that half-forward line, couldn't get it into Pays. He's marked again.
Well, look at this.
Gee, they're settling down now, the Saints. Still on a very bad angle. Oh, not a bad angle
he's
now.
moving around, Alan, now when he straightens up, it's not all that bad. Travis Pays is about 25 yards out. On the angle, as Butch said, he kicks, so he's hooked this one. 1 point.
Tried to use that wind a little too much then.
Well, that wind must be blowing in because he allowed for it the first time he put his boot to it.
Pays has kicked 2 goals, 4 out of their score. It's not bad for a full forward to have had that many shots this early in the game.
Only came in at the last minute. Another bad kick off there, but there was Lady Luck coming in.
And Curvis. The A-Shorts one out here towards Newman, who got well over towards that boundary line where Strawn should have kicked in the first place. He's not getting the distance though, Strawn. Kick goes in towards the centre wing position. A chance for a mark. It's scooped over to Dittrich. Dittrich hand passes to Smith. Smith dashes out towards that half-forward flank. Hooks the ball back in towards the hand. Strawn will mark. Hooked it just a little too much.
He was on his own like Lazarus the leper now. He comes straight up the centre. Up they go. Oh, Bonnie there, no free kick, play on as a call, it's struggled out here, nobody able to play.
Oh, gee, no.
Should have bounced.
Dyer has it. Dyer at centre half forward for St Kilda, puts his boot in it, drives down to the goal square, they fly, no mark. And kicked away here by Foreman, but the mark taken by Alan Davis. Davis looks around, there's nobody near him. He sinks his boot into it, it goes across the face of goal. Mitchell backing back, takes a very strong defensive mark.
Well judged mark that.
Oh, beautiful.
Had it all the way. Up comes Chris Mitchell now in towards the centre wing. O'Donnell in front will take the mark. Another strong mark. There's a lot of good football here, Teddy.
Yes, and they're marking a lot better now, St Kilda too.
It said said I as he made a mess of that kick. It's out of bounds in St Kilda's forward line area.
I just think it goes to show you now how much that wind is favouring this end. There's been hardly any play on the Geelong forward line.
In goes Neil. He's forced out of the way. No free kick. Down towards Walker. Walker traps the ball.
It's a
comes
free.
back. Falls on the top of it. And he's getting the free.
Now, if anything, he was in possession and should have been paid. You know, this is where your consistency comes into it.
Walker between his position and the half-back flank. Out towards Marshall. He couldn't mark it. It's a free kick to Marshall and entitled to it too. Stewart fell right over the top of his back. He's on the centre wing position, kicking towards the scoreboard end. There's a lead from Andrews. Marshall's decided to go for the long one. Ditridge has dropped back there though and gets the one hand to it. Down to Sinman. Sinman scrambles that kick over towards the centre. Picked up nicely by Newland. Popped into full forward and all. The players went all over the place there. A chance here for Murray to save. He does and forces it through for 1 point. Have a look at this crowd at the back of the goal here. It's fantastic. 4-5 to 3-7.
Little bit of
points only the difference. Look at that, Ted.
Little bit of misunderstanding there, Butch, on some of the Geelong players' parts.
Bad football, that one.
Never mind.
Up comes Sirakoski. Kicks out towards the flank. Dittrich in the middle of the pack. Gets his hands to it, but down to Smith. It's over towards Davis. Davis has the bounce. The habit of overdoing that. Over towards the flank. Here's a break. Stewart's well in front of the pack. Marshall sprinting for him. The ball kicked in towards full forward. Pay's going for it. Also Neil. Neil turns around on the left foot. It won't make the distance. In towards Dyer in the pocket. The ball scrambled over.
Oh, gee.
Or could nearly have been a mark.
It was close to a mark, wasn't it?
Good effort by the kid.
No, what it was. Now, if anything, this Strawn, he's not having success with his drop kicks, should revert to the punt.
Yeah. He's still now going practically up the centre. And look at this. Davis slipped in. Hand passes to Baldock. It's right back into the teeth of goal. Baldock kicks a very poor one though, and it's out of bounds.
He's taken a little bit easy, old Doc. He's very disappointed with himself too. Have a look.
Teddy, you look at that score, 4-5 to 3-8. I've had 11 shots.
Yes.
In goes Neil. Down towards Dyer. Dyer well shepherded by Baldock. A left foot snap at goal. Another point.
There's some chances going Australia.
And they're only 2 points down now, St Kilda. And we are just on 11 minutes into the second quarter of the first semi-final.
Gee, this is going to be a beauty the way it's going.
It is a beauty.
This full-back's not kicking in well at all.
There's the clock. He's losing more confidence. Hosking moves through to take it and manages to keep it in play, but he's put it into a danger area. Bonnie and Cluster down. And through comes Pascoe hard. Bonnie, stepped around nicely. He's put it in towards Pays again, but it's too high for him. Farman comes through. Pays still in there. Dyer puts it down on the ground, manages a short one. It's over here towards Ainsworth, but well done. Barry Pascoe comes through hard, mistimed it a bit, and over the line.
Well, what would you say when things like that happen to you?
Well, I'd certainly do something about this full-back kicking in the way he's going. He's letting St Kilda in for
there's the free. No, play on is the call. Picked up by Dyer. He doesn't know with the hand pass or not. Taken by Bonnie. Bonnie tries to push the ball in front of him. Does so. Couldn't quite get his kick. And he's unloaded by Ainsworth.
He whistled the free too, you know.
Yes.
I don't think he saw that at all. I don't mean the free, I mean the decent whack. Good even, kick in towards the flank. It's all St Kilda though. Pascoe recovered off the pack. Passes to Baldock.
Oh, what a pass!
Beautiful pass, beautiful position play.
Baldock, an attempt to make amends here. He's 45 to 50 yards out, directly in front, kicking to the Richmond end goal. It's a funny old kick too, and look at this.
He's kicked the ground, Darryl. Look, he's hurt his foot doing it. Kicked the ground before. He was trying to place. Stubbed his toe though, Ted.
With a punt kick.
Hosking kicks out there now, and Newland tries to push the ball on in front of him. He does so. Newland takes his time, kicks it up towards a half-forward flank. The Geelong fellas, particularly Gareth Andrews, thought he was going to kick further than he did. Sinman anticipated better and took the mark. Greta Sinman now kicks at the half-forward flank on the outer side. There's a glorious mark by Peter Walker of Geelong. Peter Walker breaks clear, puts his boot into it, drives up towards centre half-forward for the Cats. Out they come. Ryan takes it. Ryan a hand pass across to Nankervis. Murray pushes the ball on. Nankervis is in there for Geelong. Nankervis is still going. Then
Well
Curvis
done.
picks up. He tries a short one across here to Ryan. Ryan has unloaded fairly. Over towards the pocket on the outer side. It's over the boundary line for mine.
Yes, boundary.
It is too, and it was a free straight after it to Stevens.
I tell you what, that was a fair dinkum bump from
Nothing
Dietrich
wrong with
too.
it, Mike. Nothing wrong with it.
Up they go now, coming in from behind us, Pascal. It goes to Sinman, just gets his boot to it. Stevens comes in there for Geelong. Oh, cleverly, Stewart keeps the ball in play.
In the back
Only
pocket.
just, however, taken by Lilly. Lilly now to the wing position, cutting across there is Mitchell. And he marks on the wing position on the outer side. Geelong
Marshall.
kicking to the newsstand end. Oh, Marshall on his own. And Ted Whitten saw it coming a mile off. Up comes Marshall now, puts his boot into the ball. He drives it further downfield. They set themselves. Oh, the forwards are swamped there. Stevens can't break clear. Wade cleverly picks up, gets it across to Goggin. Goggin into an open goal, but it's offline. And 1 point results. Oh, boy.
Geelong 3 points in front.
Is Billy Goggin limping?
He hasn't been running on the ball very much, Mike, but he did just come on a few moments ago and now he's back in the pocket.
Scoreboard 4-6 to 3-9, 30 points to 27, and that's how it'll be all day. Another look at Goggin there. No, he doesn't look too bad. Sirakoski all went with a short one, let Stevens right in.
There's a 15-yard. Should be.
He's not paying it though. Now, young Stevens, he's within kicking distance. Wade attempts a small lead, but Stevens had every intention of going for the long one. It looks all right. Just a little bit short though. The ball punched down, nicely taken away by Moran. Out towards Bonnie and Closter. Bonnie messed it up a little bit there. Came back on. Did he recover well? And snaps it out here onto the wing. O'Donnell came well up from half forward flank.
Oh, don't do that, young fellow.
I'll make no comment.
Don't come at that.
Tell you what, he's entitled to be taking 15 yards, Hosking all the same. There's a kick down to the centre half forward position. A glorious mark by Mitchell again.
Not a bad player, is he?
He's a good player.
If he was under a cloud, I'd like to be under the same cloud at some time. There's his kick. In towards the centre. Knocked away here by Smith. Goggin is still going there. Goggin cleverly pushing the ball on in front of him. Across
well
to Newlands,
done,
round the net. Oh, but play on is the call. Newlands is grabbed by Sinman. A hand pass by Newlands. Sends it out here. A chance for Ryan. He goes to the ground. Tries a hand pass. And whoa, they're going in all directions here. Oh, boy. Picked up by Bonnie. Bonnie going for a run. Kicks down towards centre half forward and Baldock is marked.
Running wild, St Kilda in that forward line. There's another lead.
Farman shook his head as if to say, oh, golly, how could I stop that? A kick from Baldock from a long way out. It's towards the goal square.
Mitchell.
Up they go, and Mitchell again. Tell you what, he's kicked up here now. A short one taken by Ainsworth. Ainsworth runs around. He kicks in towards the centre of the
big
ground.
break here.
Marshall backing back, took a one-hander. Plays on immediately. Gets his kick down forward as a go. Van Curvis. After him is Moran. In comes Sirakoski. Van Curvis.
There's a free. He's played the ball. He's played the ball.
Well, I said Van Curvis would get a free. I was wrong. I agree with you, Ted. A short one out here towards Sinman, and Sinman grabs it in like a long-lost brother. Sinman now takes his kick off. Not a bad drop kick to the wing position on the outer side. Big Carl flew up from behind. It's left a little Billy Goggin there. Kicks in towards centre half forward. Coming there is Jimmy O'Day, who takes the mark from Sherrick.
Yeah, brilliant game of football.
O'Day now takes his kick in towards the centre. The players set themselves an easy one for Barry Pascoe. A hand pass here towards Stewart. He goes to the ground. They're all on top of him. Now bounce.
There's little Harlow there. It's his free kick.
He's bouncing it.
Oh,
Bouncing the ball in the centre of the ground. Up they go. Dietrich taps it down here. In chips Alan Davis. He swings around. Gee, he's playing well. Puts his boot into it. Drives it forward. They come out to meet it. Oh, they've messed it up. Out comes Ainsworth here.
Given it for a push.
I didn't think there was a St Kilda player around to push at the time. It's Ainsworth with it now. Comes up to take his kick. He kicks, good one to the wing position, and another mark taken by Barry Pascoe. Playing well, Ted, this fellow.
yes, he's fitted into the side very well.
Oh, Baldock, despite manhandling and everything, took the mark. He's between the centre, actually. Well, now he's moved down, Farman has, to centre half forward.
There's a lead. Baldock now goes for the long one again. It's right into the square. Mitchell's in from behind. Two grabs now. Lost it on the second one.
Oh, Smith!
Through by Smith.
St Kilda have hit the front.
It's taken them a long while too, considering that it's a scoring in, but it's a very nice goal there by Smith, Rossi Smith of St Kilda. 33 to 30 points.
Yes, he scouted the pack very cleverly there, Ross Smith. He anticipated the ball would probably drift over the top of the pack with the wind blowing so hard and kicked a very valuable goal.
Punch away by Ryan. Sinman came through, scrambled it out towards the centre wing. Davis rushing through by Farman, and well done Farman, but it's recovered by Pascoe out towards the pocket. A chance here for Strawn. Strawn bundled to the ground. Rosa now crashes his way through there, and a nice short pass out to the flank. It's Newlands with it. He breaks through that centre wing up towards the half-forward flank. Newman in front will mark. Oh, gee, it's good stuff. Every time an error is made, it leaves the whole game in a shambles. In towards the forward pocket. Mark to Sierakowski in front of Wade.
It was a strong mark too.
Gee, aren't they moving that ball quickly? Sierakowski now from the back pocket, kicking towards the Richmond end goal. Going for this punt kick all the time. Baldock in the middle of the pack. No mark. Down to Davis. Davis went for the hand pass, pulled it away again. Well shepherded by Dittrich. The ball now up towards the forward pocket. Pay's coming out. He scrambles into Strawn's back. No free kick. It's good play there by Walker to Rosenau. Rosenau's in trouble. Bounced that ball. He lets it play on though. Goggin comes through hard. And Goggin recovered it. Tackled by Bonnie. Holding the man is the ball.
Kick.
And
Tell you what, he showed a lot of courage, Billy Goggin there.
Yeah.
A lot of courage.
The little bloke shows a bit too much courage on occasions.
Yeah, I want to be a bit bigger than he, the courage he shows.
Short one, chance for Mitchell. No, it's down onto the ground again. Davis and Cluster. Cluster taken to the ground with the ball. Held onto him, and umpire Crouch saw it clearly and will bounce. It's on the centre wing. Bounce. In they go. Oh, a nice punch down by Lilly. Over towards Goggin. Goggin racing back. Short passes into the centre. Down to Newlands, back to Marshall. Marshall going right through that centre, doesn't quite get his boot right into the ball. Oh, there's a mark to Nan Curvis, no. Play on his goal. Picked up by O'Day. O'Day gets a high kick up towards centre half forward. A big pack of players there. Farman came through from behind. Oh, look at that for shepherding.
There was another free kick down there that St Kilda butchers.
Look at this in no man's land. Sherrick.
Sherrick now kicks down towards the forward pocket. Gareth Andrews couldn't pull it in. It will go over the boundary line, midway between the half-forward flank and forward pocket for Geelong on the member stand side. Wait for the throw in. Newman and Dittrich go for it. Newman gets a tap down here. Moran tries to pull it in. Murray loses sight of it, but quickly recovers. Kicks it forward, but didn't look, and Goggins has the chance. Goggin kicks.
Oh!
It's hit the post.
He's nearly knocked the knob off the post.
Hit the post.
It was a good effort though. He was on his wrong foot and tried to kick it backwards, and it's now 2 points the difference.
Well, that's tit for tat, because St Kilda did that in the first quarter.
That's right, mate.
Same post too.
You're spot on.
Sierakowski coming up to kick in. Getting a bit dark and gloomy here at the MCG. More Marshall. That's down to Goggin. Goggin couldn't quite get his boot to it. O'Day in front of the pack marks. Wade and Andrews getting a little bit confused there between centre half forward and full forward. O'Day, a nice even kick in towards Dittrich. Dittrich, no, one grab. Mitchell hooks it back. A chance for Walker. Walker hand passes to Newland. Newland's got a nice break from that half forward line. Oh, well done. He got right through. And a short one in towards full forward. A chance there again for Ryan. He couldn't get it. It's down. Hand pass to Newland. Newland back to Nan Curtis to Stevens. And
that was a good. What a terrible lot of work to get that goal.
I agreed with you, Teddy, when you thought, that Newlands was running too far. And it was only the St Kilda player slipping over that let him through.
I tell you what, that's worth replaying if you're talking about forward work, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
37.
like to see that again. Marvellous.
37 points to 33. Geelong are now in front. The time, 27 minutes in the second quarter. Ball bounced awkwardly. Andrews to Gloucester. Hit away from him, though. Down to Rossi Smith. He goes for the long kick out towards the half-forward line. They're jostling and fighting over there. Down to Andrews again, has been moved onto the ball, I reckon. Andrews' kick goes in towards the half-forward flank. Lilly backing back for it. Mitchell coming out from the pocket. A good hand pass back to Closter. Closter in bother, gets a left foot kick in towards centre half-forward, and Ryan could have been placed at centre half-forward 10.
Oh, that'll
comes wide to Sherrick. Sherrick's pretty. He's got an open goal.
Through.
He could be dangerous today, this fella.
You know what, Butch? I was going to mention this a moment ago that Sherrick has been out of the play, particularly in this quarter. I would give him a roving commission on the forward line.
I think he has actually.
Ryan has gone to centre half forward. Andrews onto the ball.
Sherrick was on the wrong flank. He should have been on this flank on the member stand side, and he kicked that from the outer flank, so he's going all over the place. Andrews, who is on the ball, struggles it across to Closter. Oh, there's
Bulldogs
a clash.
kick. He's play on. Boy.
Picked up by Neil. Neil drives it down forward for St Kilda. Backing back is Dicklitz, and he's marked.
25 yards out.
Don't turn your back on it,
20
Carl.
what? That's 30 yards out.
I won't argue with you.
25 to 30 yards out. Dittrich kicks and it's a shocker. He's hooked it and put it clean out of bounds.
Well, they've kicked 4-10 now. No, it's out of bounds, 4-9. Throw in. Dittrich and Newman in front. Dittrich over the top. Took it. Tries a snap at goal. It's curling
I'll tell you
about.
what.
Falling short, and a good mark to Rosenau. Oh, wait a minute. What's he doing here?
He's asking him which way he'd like to kick.
Gotcha, Ted. Rosenau using the inner flank. Newman in front.
Oh.
One-hander. Pulled it down in front of Breen.
He's got big hands, this fellow.
Oh, he's a good type of footballer. Remember that injury he had last year?
Yes.
John Newman kicking in towards the centre wing position. Neil in front. Ball taken away from him by Sherrick. Down to Stewart.
Oh.
Stewart hand passes over towards the flank. O'Donnell couldn't get it. He gets it now over towards Stewart again. But young Nan Curtis.
There's a neck. Have a look at him. He choked him.
Yes, he's got it. He's got it pretty hard too. Dan Curvis. These idiots that throw paper at players, you know. There's a nice kick up towards centre half forward. Ryan in there with Sinman. A nice battle. Baldock tries to get it away. Picked up by Goggin, having more effect on the game. It's up here towards Wade. Over the top of him was Sirakoski. And Curvis trying to get away with it. Oh, he should give it back to Wade.
What about the ball?
He's paid the ball. No, he's paid the Nan Curvis's
It's
kick.
got to be Nan Curvis's free.
I'm not arguing with
Swag.
you, Butch. I agree with you.
Now he's only about 20 yards out on a bit of an angle. And they're in front by 10 points, Geelong. It's a good effort. We're forgetting, you know, that the other end was the supposed to be the scoring end. Nan Curvis. Oh, it looks good. 16 points in front. We're coming on to half-time. 7-7 to 4-9, and St Kilda wasted those shots at goal, no doubt in my mind, Ted.
Yes, I agree with you, Butch. I just noticed Cowboy Neil is in the centre of the ground playing on the ball, -1 boot. I'd hate Big Carl to lob on you or Big John Newman on the big toe.
He'll feel it for sure. Crouch now, about to bounce. In they go. Oh, nice hit down by Newman, but Pascoe cheated on him. Kicked the ball up high towards full forward. From behind Strawn, not paid the mark. Dropped it actually, and it's a scramble which Crouch will have to bounce. They're about 40 to 45 yards out from goal. Ball bounced. In they go. Oh, Dittrich moved into Newman there, and I think it's going to be a free kick against Carl. Oh, he nearly threw it away too.
Can you pick up what he was saying, Butch?
Oh, not really. Now Dittrich is being penalised 15 yards for running over the mark. Actually, it was a bit hard, that free kick. The reason he gave it was because Carl jumped into him before he actually went for the ball. Newman now kicks in towards centre half forward. Sinman from behind punches down. There's a chance here again for Newlands. Newlands out here towards Sherrick. Sherrick met by Moran, but gets through that one. He's a left foot shot at goal. He's kicked 3 now. About 28 minutes gone, 8-7 to 4-9. Oh, and it's a good lead now, 22 points, steady win.
Well, there's a couple of players still in this game look very nervous and very tensed up. They're making a few fundamental errors in defence and also attack, Butch, but the football is still of a very high standard. Oh, good knockdown.
There's a big scramble. Dittrich flashing through the centre there, tackled strongly. The ball goes out towards the wing. Bunny gets it. His kick goes out towards the half-forward flank. They're racing for it. It's Peter Walker being tackled by O'Donnell. Gets around nicely through Green too. And his kick going in towards the flank. Sharrock tries to get it. Newland also. It's Little Dyer with it now. And a good pass here to Davis. Davis plays on through centre half forward. Head passes to Breen, a bad one. And good solid one there to Ainsworth. Head pass back to Baldock. Baldock at goal. 1 point.
Gee, they've had the
now you know what's happening, don't you? Without any more comment. It's getting a bit wild out there.
I'll tell you what, the big fella obviously said, I've had enough of this messing around. I'll use a bit of weight. He was using it fairly, but I'm glad I'm up here. Up goes Davis from behind. Down it comes. Davis is still going. Taken by Newman. Newman swings around. He kicks to the wing position on the outer side. Over the line goes the ball, and we'll wait for the throw-in. Geelong, certainly the Cats with their tails up.
21 points in front with the siren about to come up.
Certainly got the crowd sitting on the edge of their seats too this game.
Oh, did they make a big liar out of me, Geelong? Here they are, down towards Lily. Lily trying all... absolute throw.
Oh, listen.
That's not a bad rule, eh?
You sure it was a throw?
Now, don't be facetious, Mike.
Deary me.
Here's the kick by Stevens. It's well up from the flank. Up towards Ryan, but in the front of it, it's Mitchell.
Mitchell's
it's got to
kick.
be Mitchell's mark.
Front man.
Murray looking a bit disappointed at that, but quite sure in my mind that it's Mitchell, and Ted Whitten agrees with me. A kick in towards full forward. Chance here for Wade. He's marked it.
They must get this ball up to Wade as quickly as they can. This stops the opposing ruckman of coming down and giving him an extra 1 or 2 men to beat whilst going for the ball.
They're destroying Wade's game unless they do it.
That's
He's
right.
kicked 1 up to now. 30 yards out.
Looks all right.
Never move. Gee, this is handy. 55, that's going to be 61 points to 34. I wouldn't mind that sort of a lead, Ted.
No, particularly in the first semi-final. Now, it looks as if rain could come, and if this does happen, it's going to make the scores all the more difficult to obtain. But the football is still very good, and if you've already mentioned before that St Kilda have frittered away many opportunities in front of goal with hurried kicks.
Oh, they have.
But still, they're not out of it, Mike.
Oh, no. Long way to go yet in the journey. There the ball has bounced. Dittrich, oh, I tell you what, if he hasn't got a sore ankle, I'm not here. There's the kick to the flank position. Knocked away by Ade, but after it goes Sharrock. Sharrock pushing the ball on in front of him. He's still going. He's grabbed by Senman.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Sharrock still looks a bit weary to me. Look, he's limping slightly. Right in front of the members' stand. Dittrich goes for it. Newman got the hit out. The siren sounds. Still for half-time. A good lead. Geelong 9-7, 61.